All right, so let's look at a few of your homework problems for tonight. Okay, I'm going to start with problem number 1. And this is on worksheet 10. Okay, so it says xy plus 7m equals a, and they want us to solve for m. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to notice is what is on the same side as that m but not attached to that m. So that's going to be this xy. So I need to move this first. And when I move it over, if it's positive, it's going to become negative. And then our last step to get m all by itself is going to be the opposite of 7 times m, which is to divide by 7. So this would be your answer for problem number 1. All right, problem number 3. You're going to notice that everything is multiplied on problem number 3. So the opposite of multiplication is division. We want to get h all by itself. You can do all of your division at one time since it's all multiplied. So I'm going to divide both sides by LW. So h is going to equal V divided by LW. For problem number 4, your first step is going to be to get rid of that 7. We're trying to get a by itself right here. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply by 7. Next, to get a again, here's your a, so I'm going to move my x. And our last step is going to be to divide by our c. All right, problem number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. You need to make sure that if you divide by a negative, you flip your sign. I'm going to work out problem number 7. Okay, so my first step is going to kind of be to cross multiply or to multiply by this 2. So negative 3c is greater than or equal to 2 times negative 18 is going to be negative 36. And warning, warning, you divided by a negative here, so you are going to have to flip your sign, and that becomes a positive 12. I will also work out problem number 9. Okay, so our first step is going to be to go ahead and distribute this 10. Okay, going to combine like terms. So negative 10c plus 5c is negative 5c. Okay, you can do it either way. You can move the 140 or you can move the negative 5 and the 95. I'm going to move the negative 5 to make it positive. And I'm going to move the 95. And then when I divide, I don't have to flip my sign because I did not divide by a negative. If you move the 140 and divide by negative 5, you will have to flip your sign, and then you'll have to flip it again to get your letter on the left. All right, and let's just set up a few for the remainder of these. Number 10, 3 consecutive integers. So your symbols are going to be n plus 1, and n plus 2. But it only asks for the sum of the second and the third. So that's 2n plus 3 equaling negative 17. So you would solve from here. Number 11 is just asking about your growth or decay rate. So you look at that part in parentheses, and remember we subtract 1 and move your decimal. Number 12 wants you to write an equation that looks very similar to number 11. Number 13, we're going to start by writing our equation. Our total is going to equal $35 plus $14.75 per hour. And it continues to ask, if you work 37 hours, what's your total? So you're just going to put your 37 in for your H and solve from there. And for number 14, remember the key word here is that complementary, which means it's equal to 90. So we're going to add these up. Once you solve, you'll get your X value, but then they want the measure of angle V. So make sure you plug that back in.